Are we gonna be able to see you on a national uniform one day, maybe?
I really would love to, and that's a big goal of mine. So I don't know if I will be able to do it this year, but hopefully in the few years coming, I will be able to suit up for the national team.
You hear that, everyone? Today we have a very special guest on our show. His name is Robert Hinton, aka贺博.
Yeah. What's up? You know, I'm excited to be here.
Okay, Robert. For those that don't already know you, do you want to just introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. I'm Robert Hinton, also known as贺博. I live in Hollywood in Los Angeles, California. Yeah. I just turned 17 years old. I'm committed to Harvard University and will be playing basketball there, and I'm a junior in high school right now.
With the tradition on our show, I have to ask you who your GOAT of NBA is. Before we start anything.
My GOAT is Michael Jordan.
Oh, come on. We're in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
There's a GOAT that plays for the Crypto.com arena right now. His name is LeBron James. Like, how do you... Come on, man. You live in LA. How are you not a supporter of LeBron James?
Le Crybaby. Okay. Le General Manager. None of that. We don't like that. Not a big fan.
Oh, man. Okay. Okay. We started off on the wrong foot here. So before we talk about your high school career, something you shared with me that was very interesting and that caught my eyes that I have to ask you right now is your AAU ball. You play for Team Why Not?
Yeah.
Which is sponsored by who?
Russell Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook, everyone. So talk about that experience and what's your relationship with Russell Westbrook?
During our summer, he likes to hang out with our team a lot. He likes to come to practices, help coach us like during games, and he's also just a really good person. And we built kind of a nice relationship with him as kind of a player and like a teacher. Kind of, he really like shares his wisdom with everyone, so.
Did he teach you a thing or two about like how to shoot threes?
No. No.
He's known for his wild turnovers and his crazy three-point shots in Taiwan. So how many years have you played AAU ball for Russell Westbrook?
So I will be going into my 3rd year playing with them. I started playing with them when I was 15.
Not that many people get to experience playing for like an NBA All-Star. What would you say, like with that experience, who was the most difficult opponent you faced in AAU ball?
I have to think.
2,000 years later.
I'd say the toughest player I played would actually be my practice.
What?
Because my teammates are really good. And that would be Jared McCain. He's really, really good.
He's going to Duke?
Yeah, he's going to Duke. And I got to play him a lot in practices, and he's really exceptional, so he's really good.
Now let's talk about your high school career. So being a starter on a nationally ranked high school team must be a very difficult task. So there must be something special about your game. Talk to us about what's your biggest strength, you think, that you bring to the table?
I'd say the biggest strength I bring to the table would be my playmaking. I feel like I'm really shifty and I can get to any spot on the court at will. And I'm able to really attack from every single way. Like I can dunk on someone, but I can also shoot mid-range shots, three-point shots. I feel like I can really do everything. And because of that, my playmaking is really good.
Yeah, speaking of dunks, I've seen so many highlights of you just dunking on people. So at what age did you start dunking?
I started dunking when I was 13. Yeah.
13? Wow. What grade were you in?
I was in 7th grade.
Wow. How does that feel? Like, most people dream of dunking in their entire life and they don't get to do it. And you get to do it at the age of 13.
It was crazy. Like, I was getting there when I was younger. When I started grabbing rim, like everything, I was like, oh, like I'm getting really close. So then the day I finally got it, everyone was really happy. I was screaming, I was bragging to everyone, so that was fun.
So now let's talk about your brother, Adam. Because I read your other interviews before where you mentioned that Adam has been a big inspiration of your life and just in terms of your basketball career as well. So you want to talk to us about the relationship you have with Adam?
Adam's my big brother, and he's been the big inspiration and motivation for everything I do. Since I was younger, he's always pushed me to become a better basketball player, and he would always beat up on me for any drill or competition. So being the great big brother that he is, he's always made me want to catch up to him and become better than him. And so the farther Adam goes, the more he really pulls me up with him.
Yeah, and he's playing for Cornell right now.
Yeah.
And you're going to Harvard. So it's going to be an Ivy League rivalry going on between the two of you. So I have to ask, since we're talking about Adam, who is the better basketball player right now in this house between you and Adam?
I'll give it to my brother. I'll say that he's better just because, you know, we have a little age gap, but I think that gap is really shrinking, and I think I'm catching up to him, and in no time I'll be better than him. You heard me, Adam. Yeah.
Let's talk about your season this year then. I did a quick research on the opponents that you guys faced this year. One of the opponents that jumped out at me was Sierra Canyon, which is the team of Bronny James. And you guys beat them by 20 points. Talk about that experience.
Yeah, well, our whole team was looking forward to that game. So many people are excited to watch us play Sierra Canyon every year. Being able to beat them by 20 in like a sold out gym, like it was a really big deal. The environment was so loud and energetic, so there's no feeling like that.
Yeah, but he didn't play though, right? Like, was that injury or?
Yeah, he was injured. I think he had like some ankle injury and he sat out, or some knee injury, I believe.
But you have played against him before, right?
Yeah.
On the court. And what are your thoughts about Bronny James as a player? Like, is he as good as advertised?
I think he's a really exceptional player. I think he's really talented and he can shoot and he has good passing abilities, but I do think social media does kind of overrate him a little bit. But I mean, he is LeBron's son, so I think it's fair.
Do you think he's a top 10 though? Like, come on.
I think top 10 is a little crazy, but I think a lot of NBA teams are thinking that if you draft him, then LeBron comes, so.
Yeah, the GM will come with you. So another thing we like to do on our show is to do the star bench cut. We talked about Mikey James, we talked about Bronny James, and then also you mentioned your teammate, Jared McCain. So of those three players, if you were to do a star bench cut right now, who would you start, who would you bench, and who would you cut?
I would start Jared because I think he's the best team player out of them and can like really fit into a role of like catch and shoot and really can do everything. And then I would bench Bronny because same thing as Jared, I think he's a good team player and is able to work with people. And I would cut Mikey Williams because he's not a team player.
You heard that, Mikey Williams? You're not a team player. You're not a team player. So I went and watched your game live yesterday, and you guys beat St. John Bosco yesterday by 5 points. So now you guys have advanced in the playoffs, and you guys will be playing in the Southern Region Championship
On Tuesday against Corona Centennial.
facing.
Jared McCain
Wow.
and his teammates.
If you guys win that, then you go to the state championship.
Yes,
correct?
we will play in the state championship if we win that game.
Wish you the best of luck. And talk about that experience. What would winning the state championship mean to you?
It'd mean a lot to me because I haven't won a state championship before, and that's what our goal has been for the past 3 years. That's really the biggest achievement you can get as a high school basketball player, is winning your whole, especially since we're open division, we're the highest level of state championship. So it'd mean a lot to me, and getting that big banner in our gym would be nice. So,
Yeah, that would be so cool. I also read in one of the interviews you did where you mentioned you used to visit Taiwan.
Yeah.
Like once every few years until COVID hit.
We actually visited Taiwan once or twice every year until the pandemic hit because we have so much family in Taiwan. I have my waipo and all of my cousins and
Where's your waipo located?
in Taipei.
Oh,
Yeah.
Taipei. So what's your favorite Taiwanese food?
I really like Fantuan.
Oh, really? Me too. It's my favorite too.
Yeah, I really like Fantuan.
Okay, now, since we're on the topic of Taiwan, no pressure, but are we gonna be able to see you on a national uniform one day, maybe?
I really would love to, and that's a big goal of mine. So I don't know if I will be able to do it this year, but hopefully in the few years coming, I will be able to suit up for the national team.
You hear that, everyone?